So you're the boss, and you walk in and see your employees just sitting around, lounging around, not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. In that moment, what do? Well, like all complicated answers, it depends. Hi everyone, my name is Mark Dolfini of Strategic Boardroom, and I'm a life and business strategist for business owners and entrepreneurs just like you. So you walk in and you see your employees lounging around, not really doing what they're supposed to be doing, and of course, assuming they are not doing something unsafe in that moment, what do? Well, let's look through the lens of the VIPER method first. Now, the VIPER is an acronym for vision, infrastructure, process, execution, and reporting. And that is what is highlighted in my latest book, The Time Wealthy Advantage. We'll get to that in a second. So this is a top-down look at your business. My first question to you, therefore, is going to be, well, is it in your vision to be the manager of your business? Is it in your vision to be the manager of your employees? If it is, then by all means, jerk a knot in their collective tails and move on. But before you do that, let me ask you, do you know even why they were in that moment doing, maybe, was it just that maybe they were just got done celebrating a win right before you walked in and they're just kind of getting ready to get back to work? Well, listen, I've learned the hard way that it's always better to see things straight before you try to set things straight. That's the first thing. But let's take a look at your infrastructure, right? So we went from vision, now we're looking at infrastructure. Do you have a way of tracking your employees' metrics, tracking their output? Let's say that this was these were members of your sales team, right? And they were just absolutely crushing it. Do you think that you marching in and starting to bark orders to tell them to get back to work is going to incentivize them to keep crushing it? Probably not. So let's get back to that first question. Do you have a way of tracking their metrics, that is, their activities and their results? I refer to these as lead metrics and lag metrics. Lead metrics measures their actions and their activities. Lag metrics measures the results of those activities. So if you don't have a mechanism to track that stuff, how could you possibly hope to manage it? You can't. Keep in mind there's a balance here. It's a measure on the scale of autonomy, right? The balance of the scale of autonomy is between total accountability on one side and complete anarchy on the other. If you're dealing with type of work that doesn't really require a lot of creativity, where you just got a group of people putting square blocks and square holes all day, then you can have an environment which allows for a higher degree of accountability. The extreme end of the scale is where you have everyone being micromanaged and no one dares to breathe and life just sucks, right? That's total accountability. However, if you're dealing with people in a more creative environment, like drawing up designs, or even people in sales, people who maybe have to come up with creative solutions for clients, this type of environment needs more autonomy. Notice I didn't say no accountability, because an environment with no accountability is complete and total anarchy. So on one end of the spectrum, you go full accountability where no one can breathe, and on the other end of the autonomy scale is complete anarchy where it's the clowns running the circus. So in this situation where you walk in the room and no one's doing what they're supposed to be doing, let's pretend that you have a manager or supervisor who reports to you and oversees all of these people. Do you tell these people to get back to work, or do you go get the manager and the supervisor? In my opinion, this is something I didn't understand when I was maybe in my earlier days as an employee, where the supervisor would come to me and say, oh, the boss caught you. It's like, well, why didn't the boss just tell me? Because really that wasn't the boss's job. If you're the boss, you don't want to undermine the manager or the supervisor, because if you upstage them, then you are effectively neutering their ability to lead and manage your people, which means instead of going to your manager for things, they are going to go to you. Then what's the point of having a manager? You just have a very expensive employee at that point. So this is why I said in the beginning, is it in your vision to be the manager of your business or the manager of your employees? If you are trying to get a business that can run without your constant input, then I'd suggest looking at getting someone to help you run the day-to-day operational things, a manager, to give you a break and to be able to run things more strategically. All of this stuff goes into detail in my latest book called The Time Wealthy Advantage, which is actually getting ready to release in just a few days. But if you buy it now, you will get an advanced copy in PDF format, and when it releases, I will sign the physical copy and I will mail it to you. Plus, if you're part of the pre-order, you will get a 30-minute private coaching session with me. It's not a sales call or nothing like that. It is purely strictly a coaching call, 30 minutes, one-to-one with me. All you have to do is go to the very first link in the description, click on it, enter your credit card information, and you will be sent the PDF in your email along with the scheduling link direct to my calendar. So there's no reason to wait. Order the book right now, and let's get your business running smoother and a lot more profitably. That's all I have. I will see you guys next time.